Is there anything, how would you have done it differently? Is there anything you would have done differently besides talk to a different lawyer?
Well, no. It's worked out well. Probably it's a blessing that I didn't get the copyright patent. Probably gotten too much money and done goofy things, if that happens. So, I'm not really disappointed that happened. The most rewarding thing about the 401k from my personal experience, Prince, is it's been a great way for middle income workers to save for retirement. That's who it really benefits. Those earning between $30,000 and $150,000 or so. And the biggest value of a 401k I've learned over the years is it helps turn spenders into savers by making that the first priority, because it comes out of your paycheck before you get your grubby little hands on it and you're tempted to spend it on something else. So help me do that and help millions of other workers accomplish that.
And I like that how you said it turned spenders into savers, the average American. So definitely congratulations on that. Congratulations. Now the next question I want to get into, what is the difference? What makes a 401k good or bad? I have a 401k. He or she has a 401k, or I'm a small business owner. What makes a 401k good or bad?
Well, what makes it good is it's a great way, of course, for you to help save for the future, for your retirement. The government gives you a tax break to help you do that. And I'm a firm believer in pre-tax saving rather than after tax. And the reason for that is that life has tons of uncertainties. It can be death in the family, or divorce, loss of a job, etc. A lot of things. And when you're saving pre-tax, you're able to build your nest egg faster than you would if you're doing it after tax, and be in a better position, when the life uncertainties, hit you. The thing that bothers me about 401k, the most, actually two things. One are fees. Many participants are paying too high fees. But the other thing, Prince, for small businesses is many of them are being sold 401k plans, and there are better alternatives. I focused quite a bit on that over the last 3 years, and so my push to small businesses is hey, make sure you check out the IRA based alternatives before you get into a 401k plan. And I actually, for $100 fee, will help a small employer work through the different alternatives, and help them decide what might be the best type of program for them.
Okay. Now, I didn't want to cut you off there, but the fees, what are good fees and what are bad fees?
Well, the best fee arrangement, if you're a participant in 401k, is that the only fee you're paying is the investment fee charged by the investment company where the money's being invested, whether it's Fidelity or Vanguard or wherever. The problem is what has happened over the years, and I've detailed in this, this in the last book that I published, which was 401k 40 years later, covered the history of fees in there. And what has happened, particularly for smaller employers, there have been layers and layers of fees, that are imposed. And, I run into examples where participants are paying, in a 401k and small plans, as much as 2.75% a year, and that's just outrageous. When they could be investing for as little as 1/4% or 0.5% rather than 2.75%.
Now, Ted, a lot has changed since the 80s. I'm guessing. I've read some books, saw some videos. A lot of things have changed since the 80s. One is being accessibility to the market. A lot of people have access. People have phones now. Another one is being affordability. Now people, fees are practically gone away for retail brokers. Anybody can pick up a phone and start a Robinhood, or, all the big broker houses, TD Ameritrade, Interactive Brokers, all those guys have pretty much gotten away with fees. We live in a world of where we have a lot of information. People can now, they don't have to watch a TV show. Now they're getting things like this directly streamed to their phone, where they're getting ready to hear, they can hear from Ted Benna across the globe right now. So people now have more access. People have more influence now to investing. And some people feel like the 401k is obsolete now. They're like, hey, you know what? Look at cryptocurrency. I made 200% last night. Look at, I can option trade. And you got a plethora of information with, hey, just trade options and I'll show you how to become a millionaire overnight. Oh, buy this, you'll be a millionaire overnight. Buy that, be a millionaire overnight. Your 401k is crashed. You can't touch it until you're 59 and a half. You got to put money into it. Then you're going to get a bunch of index funds. It doesn't work. What do you have to say? Or what do you think maybe went wrong with the 401k?
Okay, well, first of all, let me just mention the fact that with a 401k or an IRA, you have the opportunity to invest in anything that you can invest in, like the other stuff that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. It doesn't need to be limited to mutual funds, okay? So, that for sure doesn't make it obsolete by any stretch of the imagination. The other issue, of course, I'm a skeptic when it comes to the hot get rich quick stuff. Okay. Hey, it works for some people, if you hit it right, it works. But, there's a recent Netflix series, is on. You ought to look at that one, if you're tempted to jump into that kind of stuff. And, they did a good job of going through, the Ponzi type of schemes, including one of the cryptocurrencies. So, you got to be cautious. Greed and fear are, two real problems when it comes to investing. They can really do a lot of damage.
Okay. Now, we spoke about the small business alternatives. I got to ask you this question.